Hi, welcome back to the latest edition of the Roundtable. I am your host, Stephen Pluto, and today I have a listing of some of the movies I'm looking forward to in 2022, what I've seen so far and what I've heard. First one off is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Jason Momoa's back. Everybody's back, I think, in this one. I kind of like the first one, so I'm curious to see where they're going with this. Hopefully, it delves deep into the character of Aquaman. Hopefully, it's a little bit more adult-oriented kind of thing. I think it was a little too lighthearted for me. Hoping this is going to go a little darker. Next up, I don't know if I'm going to go see this in the theater. I'm not a horror fan, but Scream, the new one. Curious where they can go with this now. After all these, it's been like a decade now, but I think it's Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox are back in this, and Courtney Cox's husband is in this. Can't remember his name right now. Ghostface, let's see what's up with that. Moonfall. It's back with Roland Emmerich, who was big at one point with Independence Day, and he kind of fell off the earth. The trailers looks like it's either going to be really good or really really bad. I'm going with really bad. It just has that B movie feel to me, and I don't think I'll go to the theater unless it's cheapy night and I'm really really bored. He likes to blow up things, everything, and he's kind of like Transformers. It's kind of like everything blows up, but there's no characters that you care about. So if everybody dies, you don't care, and that's with him. Same thing. Next up, Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Tom Holland, is really hot off SpiderMan now. I think right now, if this works, he'll be like the next franchise guy. The Batman with Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz and Colin Farrell. They're saying it's 3 hours long. That could be good. That could be bad. I'm not sure yet. The Lost City. This is with Sandra Bullock and Daniel Radcliffe, Brad Pitt. It kind of reminds me of a modern take, if anybody's going to date me, like Romancing the Stone, a romantic version of Indiana Jones. Interesting. Could be good. Could be really lighthearted entertainment, a good date movie. Next up is Jared Leto with Morbius, another Marvel character, a dark side character, a very dark vampire-ish kind of character where he gets his powers from getting bitten by a vampire. Looks dark, kind of like that. Thor, Love and Thunder. Director's back, Taiki Waititi, if I'm saying his name right. Natalie Portman's back. She's supposed to be taking up the hammer, and I'm curious to where this goes. I love the last one, so I'm really good with this. Next up, which I'm really curious about, is Bullet Train with Brad Pitt and Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Sandra Bullock. They're on a Japanese train, and all these hitmen are on a mission, and they realize it's all interconnected, and it's from David Leitch, if I'm saying his name right, director of the John Wick movies, so guaranteed the action will be off the wall. Next up, the surprise one for me, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I love the first one. I thought it was really great for an animated feature. It may be the best Spider-Man movie, right after the last one. So, this is great. The Flash. I'm curious to see where they go with this. I'm hoping they don't get rid of the Snyder Cut world. I want to see more of Henry Cavill as Superman and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I'm really hoping they don't get rid of them. I think that'd be another big mistake on DC's part. What else? Black Panther 2. I'm curious to what they do. How they're going to handle the death of the main character, and what a tragedy that was. He was so great in the part, a great actor, great human being, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they handle it. What else is out there? This other one, The Northman with Alexander Skarsgård, looks very like a barbarian, kind of like a Conan the Barbarian, but it's about the Norseman, obviously. Looks interesting. Looks to be like a brutal action film. Ethan Hawke is in his too. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This could be interesting. I'm curious as to see what they do. There's rumors now of Tom Cruise being Iron Man in here, because he was originally supposed to be Iron Man years ago before Robert Downey Jr. Curious to see where they go with that. I'm throwing this out there because of WandaVision, is Scarlet Witch the baddie? Throwing that out there. Next up, Top Gun Maverick. It's been like what, God, 35 years now since the first one. That you have the need for speed. Um, Tom Cruise, you love him or hate him, he puts out good products. And you know what? That he's really flying the plane. They're filling it with a special camera and everything for IMAX. It's gonna be visually off the wall. I'm convinced of that. This will be jaw dropping, beautiful aerial shots of this thing. I'm convinced. Jurassic World Dominion. If this is really the end, I'm curious to see how they end it. Sam Neill is back, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard are all in it. But I'm glad to see Sam Neill. I like him in it. So, Lightyear, which is a spin-off of Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story thing, like the real character, how this guy became to be. So I'm curious to see where they do. Chris Evans, Captain America, is doing the voice. So I'm curious where that goes. Crimes of the Future, I believe it's David Cronenberg, his first film since 2014, and I believe it's a remake of one of his short films, if I remember correctly. So curious to see where he goes. He's with me, hit or miss, so we'll see. Last off, Avatar 2. James Cameron's back. The whole group is back. Sam Worthington, their home is being endangered again. I want to know where they go. It's curious to see. They're supposed to be underwater now, so I'm curious to see how that's going to be filmed. I'm sure it'll be breathtaking. Again, the first one is Dances with Wolves in Space. We all know it. No, nothing original, but God, visually stunning. And I know Cameron, after 13 years, is probably going to push the envelope in technology again, and I'm pretty sure we'll be wowed. Whether it be bigger than any of the Avengers movies, I don't know. But am I curious to see where he can push technology? Yeah, pretty sure James can do it. He's the man, when it comes to that, to pushing the boundaries of cinema. He's done it, with Terminator 2, and then he did it with Avatar. There's no doubt what he can. I have faith that he's going to pull something really exciting. May not be the greatest story of all time, but it will be visually that your jaw will drop again, like Avatar. Because I remember the 3D was just amazing. I reached out and touched it. My daughter reached out and touched something. My mom, I think it was, even came and tried to touch it. We all went the same thing, trying to touch the trees. So if he can do that, 13 years to do something else, I'm pretty sure he's got something interesting up his sleeve. So those are my selections right now. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you're looking forward to. We'd love to hear from you. Hit the like button, subscribe. This is Steven from the Round Table, wishing you a fantastic 2022. Live the dream. Do what you like to do. Have fun. What else can you do, right? See a movie. Tell me what you think. Bye.